Ah, smell that fresh forest air. Welcome back to Pac-Man World 2, everybody.
Okay, now we're in familiar territory for myself.
I was about to say, I would smell the fresh air, but my sinuses have been clogged for the past couple of days.
Hello,
sorry to
everybody,
hear
and welcome
Yeah,
back
so-
to... You talk about the sinus first.
I was just gonna say, if I sound a little bit, clogged in this video, that's why.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Let's Play that has more momentum than our Banjo-Tooie one. Confirmed.
Yay!
Ow.
Yeah, well, that'll all come in due time. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second world of our second Pac-Man world.
The
This
woods!
is the woods, yes. And we're starting off with our newest gimmick, the Padoings!
Why did they
Basically,
put a
they're-
wedge? Why did they put a health wedge over there?
Because they really want you to make the most out of how much airtime you get from these things.
But you're gonna risk your life just to get some extra health.
I mean, I'll give... I agree with Icky. It does not seem like a decent trade-off. There should have been an extra life over there.
I think what I did pick up was an extra life, though.
Oh,
Was
oh
it?
okay. Okay.
So you're risking a life just to get a life.
I will admit, from a certain angle, the health wedges and the extra lives do sort of blend in.
Okay.
I mean, in the end, they're all just pizzas.
I do think this level though is a good showcase of like how they handled the aerial momentum and like maneuverability. Okay, yeah, that's actually. Oh no, that wasn't helpful. Oh, I'm getting so confused. I like the level. I like the level design from here because I like how it plays with its platforming and stuff.
Oh yeah, like,
Yeah, I really enjoyed this level when I was younger.
it's easily the most vertical out of a good chunk of Pac-Man World 2's levels,
Oh, great.
and it just makes very liberal use out of all these ramps and stuff to just get you all over the place.
But now we have to go down the baby path because we're a commoner.
Well, we gotta get this switch. Oh.
Honestly, if it's for the sake of fully completing these levels, you do have to do that just for the sake of opening up this pack dot chain and eating all that's there. Now, it's funny considering we're technically going back the way we came, but in doing this, not only would you get all these pack dots, we also activate a checkpoint.
I don't remember those tree branches being so square.
Well, to be fair, our childhood likes to lie to us about how graphically intensive these games actually were back in the day.
Honestly, when I played the original Paper Mario, I never thought of them as, oh, this chest needs to have all the apples eaten. And,
Oop.
oh,
Well, not all apples. You just have to have at least one of the fruit it's asking for, and it'll let you
okay.
open it.
oh, okay. That's
Well, I
much
tell
more
ya,
forgiving.
that chest sure do love apples.
But yeah, what is it? I remember playing the original Paper Mario, and I never like remembered them looking like actually like pixelated and sprite based. I always remember them looking far more smoothly. But when you actually like go back in like emulator or like on Wii U and look at Paper Mario without any filters, it really does look pixely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the same time though, like they are very impressive sprite work.
I remember it was especially noticeable back in high school, because I remember on like my original MacBook, I tried downloading Project 64, and one of the first games I tried out on it was Paper Mario, and I don't know, maybe my computer was just a piece of crap at the time, but it just kept lagging, and some of the graphics wouldn't even load in properly.
Yeah,
That's-
Project 64 even today is still a very experimental emulator.
I mean, and I think that is. Oh crap! Oh no!
Oh no.
And I think that is something to note.
I
It is
see.
something. I think not. Yeah. I think that is something to note about.
Oh!
Now we got cornered.
Cornered.
Honestly, a part of me wish Seely was here just so we could just keep hearing how
she's
tense
like-
she gets
How
from these.
I was about to say, like, how bewildered she gets at Pac-Man of all things.
She gets spooked by these ghosts. But yeah,
Hey, it just means they're doing their job.
It just
there
makes
you
me
go.
think of, like, it
the
just,
triple.
like, I don't mean this in, like, a derogatory way. I do love her like a little sister, but I just can't help it if she's like that with Pac-Man, I just imagine, like, you're just watching, if for some reason we cover Pong, just James playing Pong, and he's like, oh, that was a close shot. Oh, nice serve.
Have I ever shown you guys this fan-made horror game that actually seeks to be like an actually truly scary Pac-Man game?
I think you may have talked about it during our Pac-Man museum look at.
Well, I
At least
know
I'm assuming it's the same
Oh.
one you're talking
hello,
about.
Bob.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
By the way, I love whenever I come back from a maze when it respawns everything, including the enemies, and when they get too close for comfort and take a good chomp out of Pac's butt.
I mean, it's a good thing that that beetle didn't even hurt you
Right.
as soon as you spawn back in.
then
At
I
least you're
still
given
don't like-
some leeway.
And I still don't like photorealistic bugs. Just
Me neither.
saying.
Anyway, what was it you were saying about that game, Logan?
Well, I know first off the top of my head, I know that a first-person Pac-Man exists, and that shows like how scary that could be if you were really Pac-Man. But in fact, there's actually a whole like horror series that literally just seeks to be that. I forget what it's called though. I know.
Dark Deception?
I think that's it. Yeah, where it has like the monkeys and like, and that's the entire like premise. Anyway. But there's another one that actually the premises that, I mean, we're talking like super like itch.io kind of fan tier, but the
Whatever that is.
premise it's a
It's
website,
a
that people can
website
host
where you
things
could post up like work in progress demos for your
Right.
games.
on. So,
Also, I just gotta say, damn, look at all these fruit.
yeah,
right
actually,
for the-
and actually, let's say these trees don't look too bad
Ugh.
for the time.
Yeah, for 2002, this game did look very nice.
2002 mod quality trees.
So yeah, it was.
Oh,
What?
real quick.
Yeah?
I just
What's up?
remembered a funny story regarding this game.
Mhm.
It had a PC version sometime later,
Oh, no.
and I remember this very distinctly. But actually, before that, let's watch Pac-Man make this insane jump.
Splat.
Oh, what?
So you
Wow.
actually do take
Fall
fall damage?
Yes, this game has fall damage, and if you fall from a high enough distance, Pac-Man does die.
Sir,
But
are
how
you
do-
supposed to...
Oh,
You have to save yourself with a butt bounce.
it's the Mario logic of ground
That's
pounding.
stupid.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, it is dumb. I mean, again, cartoony platformers should not have fucking fall
What?
damage.
Fall
Well,
damage.
it's not even
Or-
just that. Like, the game doesn't even tell you that, oh, if you're falling from a great height, you could just butt bounce to protect yourself.
Right. That would have been better. That would have been better designed if they had like a safe platform for you to land on and not take damage. The fact that you have to
You'll-
actually exploit that.
But yeah, no, the only way you can save yourself from a long fall is if you either butt bounce from that long fall, or if you were already using like a bedoing. They actually don't factor in how far you fall.
Which, not gonna lie, the fact that this entire stage has been showing up Bedoings, I think I do remember taking a death there because I was not prepared for. Oh yeah, this fall damage still exists.
Funny enough, I think that was the very first time I ever actually died to falling.
And
Like,
there's
in that
netting,
specific fashion.
and there's this netting that you think would be somewhat anyway. So
I mean, have you ever fallen through a metal grate?
Not really, no. But
no,
anyway,
that-
going back to my thing before Logan goes back to his thing. There was a PC version of Pac-Man World 2 that came sometime after. I used to see it like every so often whenever I went to Office Depot or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And it made the most. I mean, okay, granted, these days that kind of stuff probably isn't as funny as you'd think, but it was funny as fuck for me back then. Like, they got the ESRB rating wrong.
Wow.
What was it?
On the front of it, it said it was rated T for teen.
This ain't your grandma's Pac-Man.
they were ghosts and they're spooky. But yeah,
I mean, it sounds a lot like the time, I mean, back in like 2007 when I pre-ordered Super Mario Galaxy from GameStop.
Galaxy.
Yeah, like that night we got
Oh yeah,
the
it's
phone
like
call.
it's rated M for Mario.
Yeah, rated M for mature. Like,
I love
excuse
that
me?
story.
Mom gave me like the most quizzical look for my 12-year-old self, and I was like, Max, are you sure what game we...
don't remember Mario being so haughty.
Max Goof, why are you getting these games that are too big for you?
Maxley,
But yeah-
you're going to have to wait till you're out of the X game so you can play this video
oh
game.
jeez, I forgot about that. But yeah,
Hey, I
so,
like the goofy movies.
But yeah, so they
It-
created
well,
they
I was
actually
about-
yes.
You're just going off on that. It's like, Max, I'm afraid this game might be inappropriate for you. It's rated E10.
Well, we should have gotten a rated G for goof. Huh?
They would actually do
Okay,
that.
before we completely go lose ourselves in goofy tangents, Logan, finish your thing up.
Yeah, someone actually made a game where the premise was it was supposed to be a haunted Pac-Man cartridge of sorts. So the idea was it was not a first-person Pac-Man. It did play like Pac-Man, except the gimmicks was that the ghosts would behave differently. One ghost could actually go through walls, another ghost would just stand there and would hope that you would run into him, and another ghost would operate like they normally would. The way that this all then worked to be a horror game that I think, like, honestly, even if you just modded a normal Pac-Man game, I think one way that you could take an actual, like, normal Pac-Man level and instantly make it far more tense, James, is mod it so that you can only clearly see you can see all the pellets at any time. Like, you can look at the pellets and see where they all are, but
Hey, do you mind if I make a quick pause there just to talk about those particular branches you were hopping off that have the saws? Those particular branches look like you have like little to no room to land safely without getting nicked by them.
Well, they move from side to side, so you have to really time yourself. The problem is they already position the fruit over the buzzsaws directly, and they don't move far enough so you can make like a clean cut jump.
right.
Clean
So-
cut? Like
oh,
a
jeez.
buzzsaw?
Oh, I see what you're going there. But yeah, the gimmick is they have your vision kind of like Bomberman logic, where when you are running through the maze, you can only clearly see the path that is directly in each of the cardinal directions of you. So you can only see down the hallway that you currently are in, and the ghost could be in any other hallway, and you wouldn't know it until you happen to be in the same hallway as it.
Huh.
You know, those diagonal bounce pads gave me the hardest time when I was younger. Because it would always be, oh, I bounced on the wrong part of the pad, looks I'm just going to fly off.
And I'm
You
not...
want to know?
Go ahead.
You want to know something kind of funny though?
What?
Those particular bedoings actually came to the series before the ones that just send you straight up. Like the ones that send you straight up, only in this game. Only in this game.
So wait, this is a mechanic in
miss something,
Pac-Man
or-
World 1?
Yeah.
Huh.
Only
Whoa,
nice.
in the first game you only had the diagonal ones because, well, the level design in that game was very, I wouldn't say outright full 3D. It was more like it was very 2.5-esque.
I do appreciate this. That seems to be, where the heck are we going?
I
We're
don't
going
know,
far
but-
out, man.
Admittedly, this is one of the most exhilarating parts of
Whoa.
the game, in my opinion. And we're all the way back here.
That was
And
just
that
for a
was all
token.
that for a token. I mean, again, considering these are like the only collectibles I give a shit about in Pac-Man World 2, I mean, I'll take whatever I can get.
Fair, fair.
Well, hey, we need enough tokens to get the tickets to buy the Pac-Man doll.
Although that does remind me, I feel like this is probably not something to, this is something to take with a grain of salt, but you guys remember that one little, thing, that one little quote-unquote leak I posted regarding the plans for Pac-Man's 40th anniversary?
Yeah.
What?
So got some guy who claims he was from Namco, again, take it with a grain of salt.
Oh!
Ooh.
Ooh. Just, yeah, take it with the tiniest grain of salt you can. Posted, apparently there's, like, gonna be the showcase that's gonna be happening sometime within the middle of the year, which shows off, like, what games are gonna be making as part of Pac-Man's 40th anniversary. The first thing they showed off, or the first thing that was listed, I believe, was a, what was it? There were plans to, update, they were gonna make a new Pac-Man maze-type game, which is taking elements from, like, Pac-Man Arrangement. The second thing that they brought up was, they're making a full-on Pac-Man Ultimate Collection, where it has, like, a whole bunch of games from Pac-Man's history, kind of like the Pac-Man Museum, whereas here, it's not just the maze-like stuff, there's also got stuff like Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures, and, to my shock, both the first and second Pac-Man world.
What about the third one?
Nobody cares about the third one.
You
But no,
sure?
but I think I see what they're trying to go for. They want to have a be-all, end-all definitive collection of everything Pac-Man except for Pac-Man World 3.
Which would be nice. But again, it's like one of those things I'd love to believe is true, but again, this kind of stuff can easily just be, it's just one of those things that's taken for granted.
It could be.
But, I mean, I don't know. What would you guys say if there was ever, like, a full-on Pac-Man Ultimate Collection where you had most, if not all, of his games?
I
wouldn't mind.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Pac-Man buff, but just for the sheer sake of saying that you have everything, like, for instance, I guess weird, silly, personal vlog kind of tangent is, I'm not the biggest buff on Metal Slug. I want to get there though, which is why we're hoping, like, we'll be able to, we're hoping to be able to do, like, some co-op recordings of that soon.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do that.
I thought that was like an SNK franchise.
It is.
It is.
But I'm saying, but hear me out. It's like, so I'm not the biggest Metal Slug buff, but recently today, as of this being posted, no ways I'm gonna be able to take advantage of this by the time this gets uploaded. But there was a on Chrono.gg. It's a new website that we've been looking into where every day they have at least one game or one bundle that goes for a pretty substantial discount. So, for instance, today the deal was Metal Slugs 1, 2, 3, and X all for $4.
Which is a pretty dang good deal, all things considered.
Yeah, considering a lot of them still sell for pretty full price on Steam, depending on where you go.
Or on the Switch.
Or on the Switch. So I'm not the biggest Metal Slug buff, but I know that if I but I know that if I ever wanted to get further into it, I wanted to take advantage of the fact that there's this big collection where I can just the speed bouncing, where I could just own everything. So I think I could translate that to. I'm not the biggest Pac-Man buff, but if they had a big "this is everything Pac-Man," I would want it just to be able to say, "Look, I now own everything Pac-Man," in case I ever want to try it out.
And personally speaking, I would appreciate having a new collection that not only has like more Pac-Man, but also, I mean, not gonna knock against it too much, but not have it be the face of that scrap or
the
I don't
TV
want to say
show?
scrap. Yeah, the TV show. Again, that was pretty much what the Pac-Man Museum game on Steam pretty much had. It was basically, you had a collection of all these cool games, while also plastering the face of the cartoon and all the new cartoon and all the side characters and whatnot that were in it, as part of its whole thing.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
just, something to allow it to actually be able to be re-released on other consoles without having to worry about potential copyright issues.
Yeah. Meanwhile, is it sad that I want something like this for Frogger?
How so?
I mean, just a Frogger collection, like all the Frogger games on one.
Oh yeah,
big,
speaking of Frogger, what are your thoughts about someone saying that apparently there was a leak that maybe Frogger will be one of the next DLC fighters in Smash?
On that ridiculous claim, we've reached the end of the video, I think he is clearly enough of an icon to deserve at least some sort of reference. I cannot. My brain, I can't think of what his whole moveset would be.
Yeah, me neither. But on that note, folks, we'll be getting out of this forced next part.
Are we though?
Forced follies.